Dr. Morgan, I want to say congratulations on serving for 10 years as the director of the Global Center for Women and Justice. And you are personally a hero of mine. You are someone that I look up to. You are a world-renowned expert and someone who is so respected in your field. But one of the things that I love the most about you is over the years, I have watched you sit back and listen and learn and to be hungry to continue to grow in your knowledge and expertise. And I really believe that that's one of the things that makes you such an incredible teacher and such an incredible leader. And so congratulations. I'm excited to see what the next 10 years holds as you continue to invest yourself and dedicate your time and energy into bringing justice to women around the globe. Thank you for all that you do. Love you. Bye.
Dr. Sandie, congratulations on 10 years. You have done an amazing job. One of my favorite memories and something that I'm so still very appreciative of is when someone who wanted to have a positive impact came to your center and asked how they can best engage survivors, and you orchestrated an entire survivor roundtable with note takers. And I believe there was 8 or 10 of us in the room, labor trafficking survivors and sex trafficking survivors. And you had food and an agenda and really created a very safe, welcoming, affirming environment for us to be able to create the type of partnerships that survivor leaders want to have with organizations and with people that want to make a positive impact. Yes, me and the whole Ending the Game family love you and appreciate you and congratulate you.
The Ending Human Trafficking podcast has been a joy to be able to produce along with Sandie and the Global Center for Women and Justice, because it puts the word global in the Global Center for Women and Justice in a huge way, because we are able to get the message out of Sandie's work, of the research behind the Global Center for Women and Justice all around the world to hundreds of countries, thousands of listeners. And every single week, Sandie's office receives a message or multiple emails from listeners, from other organizations, from connections that form new partnerships so that we can do the important work on ending human trafficking. It has been a thrill to be able to serve the center in this way. Thank you, Sandie, so much for an incredible 10 years, and thank you all for continuing to support the important work of the Global Center for Women and Justice.
We are Gilbert and Virginia Contreras, Assemblies of God missionaries to Argentina. We want to take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Sandie Morgan for the 10 years of service as the Director of the Global Center for Women and Justice. Since 2015, we have had the privilege of hosting 4 Asegurar Justicia conferences, Ensure Justice conferences, but in Spanish, 3 in Argentina and 1 in Ecuador, where Sandie and her team came down and powerfully equipped and educated so many on the issues surrounding human trafficking. Virginia and I are the hosts of the podcast, Terminando con la Trata de Personas, produced by the Global Center for Women and Justice. It's the Spanish version of any human trafficking podcast. We are approaching 3 years since we began broadcasting and have seen it extended beyond Argentina to over 41 countries. Some of our listeners even rebroadcasting the episode by radio. It's so good to be a part of the Global Center for Women and Justice to end human trafficking.
Okay, so how do I start to describe Dr. Sandie Morgan in less than 2 minutes? Cannot do it. But what I will do is describe how important she's been to me, to my juvenile justice system, to the criminal justice system, and to just education and awareness all across the world. But let me talk about myself, because Sandie has made an impact on my life, not just professionally, but personally. A friendship that I cannot begin to describe. So incredibly blessed when she was introduced to me by Judge Doug Hajimonji, when he said, "You have to meet this woman." From that day forward, we have become colleagues and friends that, I cannot describe. Setting endless dates of Ensure Justice, of legislative roundtables. And when it was time for our juvenile justice partners to collaborate and create the first Orange County Juvenile Justice Summit in 2015, who did I turn to? Sandie.
And we wanted to just take a moment to thank Dr. Sandie Morgan for all your work as Director of the Global Center for Women and Justice. Thank you for all the work that you do in bringing everyone together from all these different areas of expertise and to have this special space to have a conversation. And also for your wonderful podcasts for the same reason that has a global reach. We are just so fortunate to have you in this fight against human trafficking. And by the way,
happy 10th anniversary, Sandie!
Hi, this is Ernie Allen, and I wanted to add my voice and my congratulations to my friend and colleague, Dr. Sandie Morgan, on this 10th anniversary of her remarkable service as Director of the Global Center for Women and Justice. It's produced many memorable moments, from the priceless luncheons to the Ensure Justice conferences and many others. But I particularly admire Sandie's courageous leadership in the Kurdistan region of northern Iraq, her work with faith leaders around the world, including East Africa and in many other places. Sandie, from your beginnings with the Orange County Task Force on Human Trafficking to your most recent appointment as co-chair of the White House Public-Private Partnership on Trafficking, you have touched millions of lives. You've made a difference. So I am proud to call you my friend, to congratulate you on your 10-year tenure, and to hope that there are at least 10 years more.
When Jews finish reading the book of Numbers, we say, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek, which means, be strong, and let us strengthen one another. May the next 10 years be filled with endless blessings and strength, just as you have always strengthened and blessed us each and every day. Mazel tov.
Sandie, congratulations. I'm honored to be able to speak on your behalf and say a couple of words about you, my friend, who I know so well. Keeping it short and sweet, I just think that there are people who know, and then there's people who do. And you are a doer. You've dedicated your life to serving others, to helping others. You're very selfless, and honestly, you've brought a lot of recognition to the university and to the cause that is a very worthwhile cause. And so I just want to congratulate you. I saw a quote that I want to read to you that kind of talks about trafficking and maybe some of the struggles you face, but it says, we're all faced with a series of great opportunities, brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. And the work that you're doing, I know it can seem like an impossible situation, but I really think it's a great opportunity, and you've seized that opportunity and taken it to great heights. So congratulations on your 10 years. We look forward to many more, and thank you for allowing me to help celebrate you.
Dr. Morgan, I just want to say congratulations on 10 years of leadership as the Director of the Global Center for Women Justice at Vanguard University. Your fearless leadership and unwavering determination to combat human trafficking, not only on a local level, but a national and a global level, it's inspiring. You have not only impacted students at Vanguard, but faculty, the whole Vanguard community, and the reach of your education and determination is far and wide. And I'm so proud to be your friend. I'm so proud to be an alum. I'm so proud to be an adjunct professor working under you.
Hi everyone, I'm Priscilla. I am an adjunct professor at Vanguard University, and I am also the Salvation Army's International Coordinator for Modern Slavery and Human Trafficking Response. I just wanted to give a huge, massive congratulations to Sandie for your 10 years at the Global Center for Women and Justice. What a huge accomplishment. Thank you for the way that you have impacted not only your local community in Orange County, but also your global community as well. Sandie, you're not only a friend to me, but you are also a mentor, and I just wanted to say thank you for those moments where you invited me to coffee on a monthly basis to check in. I think that's what makes you such a strong leader, is that you focus on relationships and you focus on really investing in the people around you. So again, thank you, and I love you so much.
As I thought about the Global Center, I thought about the 4 key words in that title. Global. More important than ever to have international cooperation on human trafficking, on so many other issues. And it reminded me of one of my favorite Sandie memories, which was the day she brought a group of women leaders from Iraq to the Orange County Department of Education to meet with women in leadership in Orange County. This is a photo memorializing that day, and I'll always remember the impact that it had on everyone involved. Second word, center. It's so important that this center is at Vanguard University, and that Sandie's work has always been centered on the gospel of Jesus. I appreciate that deeply. Women. It's more important than ever to support women who in many places in the world are under attack. And justice. Again, more important than ever to advocate for justice, even more now than 10 years ago. And Sandie and the center are leading that work. We appreciate you. We love collaborating with you, and we see 10 great years ahead. So congratulations.
And, over the past decade, the Global Center and the Live to Free Club, we've developed a really special partnership with the Orange County Department of Education, which has enabled us to build some really strong relationships with Orange County schools. This past year, our Live to Free students were able to make a connection through, again, another local nonprofit, Project Kinship, and we were able to go on to the campus of Century High School in Santa Ana to start an anti-trafficking program there. I hired some of the best Vanguard University students, a team of 7, to teach in our peer-to-peer model. And for about 7 weeks, we had an average of 25 high school students coming from Century High every Friday during their lunch to learn about human trafficking from our Vanguard University students. And this Live to Free Leadership Academy was off to a really great start. But sadly, we were there on the Friday afternoon when classes were canceled for the rest of the semester, and now in-person classes even this fall. But we took some time after that and we pivoted. We took our message to where the students were, and that was online, because we've seen a rise in the numbers of young people who are being exploited, groomed, and even trafficked online during this time of COVID. I look forward to working with Vanguard students in the Global Center this year in new ways, and I'm just grateful for the decade that Dr. Morgan has provided leadership so that we can do this great work.
Congratulations to you, Dr. Sandie Morgan, for 10 years of peerless leadership as the director of the Global Center for Women in Justice. You have been an inspiration to me personally and to the organization that I serve, Christians for Biblical Equality. The way in which you model theological leadership with excellence and as biblically true, and for the women that you bring to CBE conferences year after year so that we might enlarge the tribe of those who seek justice for women worldwide. I congratulate you for your 10 years of service and wish you 10, 20 more in Jesus. Bye-bye.
Dr. Sandie Morgan, what an honor to congratulate you on 10 years of very significant work in anti-human trafficking. In fact, you are one of the top people in the entire world that has stayed with this, has not given up, continues to have success, continues to train many people, and continues to see results against this bitter evil that is in our world today. I think of the words of Paul when he says, we overcome evil with good, and that is with God. And that's what you have been doing over the last 10 years. I'm grateful for back in 2009, you came to the Wesleyan Church headquarters, and we trained 145 women at that place, women and men at that place, on anti-human trafficking, what to do in their communities. Literally, from that day, it has been exponential. That's happened all across the United States and around the world. Why? Because you were willing to come out. You were willing to say, sure, I'll help. That's been your very essence of who you are, is available spirit. Yes, I'll help. I know this is awful, this is terrible, this is evil, but we will overcome it.
Good morning, this is Nevula Antoine and I represent the Humanitarian Initiative in Bridges, an NGO in Athens, Greece, that works among an extremely vulnerable population, which is the refugees in Greece. At the past, we had the opportunity to co-work with Vanguard University and organize two different conferences in Greece, as they also came here along with two teams of young people being led by Dr. Sandie Morgan. In both of these two conferences, along with many other changes that they brought, I want to underline how the importance of bringing together stakeholders and representatives from many different backgrounds and many different voices, but also showing that there is the opportunity, all these different voices, to be together and be united in order for one voice to be heard and give voice to the voiceless, which is so important. We just want to thank you and encourage you to keep up the good work.
Hi everyone, this is Ioana Bauer in Bucharest, Romania, and I'm the president of Alibarade. I think I met Dr. Morgan in 2013 or 2014, and back then I just couldn't reconcile in my head the tension, seeing her just so full of grace and full of wisdom, and at the same time such a force, right? Because if you know Dr. Morgan, you know that she is a force for good. Since then, our collaboration has flourished so much, and not only am I the proud beneficiary of a scholarship for the Human Trafficking Certificate that Dr. Morgan is leading, but I'm also proud to call Dr. Morgan my mentor and my friend. One thing that she has greatly benefited us as an organization and the anti-trafficking movement in Romania is actually helping us compile a trauma-informed care curriculum that is actually fit for our context, adapted to the type of workers that we're dealing with. And I am pleased to say that since 2016, when we launched it, we were able to train 891 social workers, law enforcement, NGO personnel, and just other first responders who were interested in finding out more about this. So Dr. Morgan, thank you so much for your impact. Know that you are valued and loved all the way to Romania. Congratulations on your anniversary, and I look forward to seeing you again in person.
I am Ren Hamoudi, Professor and Director of the International Relations Office at University of the Hock in Kurdistan region of Iraq. I got to know Dr. Sandie Morgan during her visit to our city in 2009. She is one of the pioneer Americans who came to Iraq to raise awareness regarding human trafficking. From the very first time, I was taken by her skills in conveying information in very easy, simple, and effective way. Her enthusiasm was very well seen. We worked together for many years. The experience we gained from Dr. Sandie Morgan guided us to pursue the cause of women empowerment in our transforming society. Dr. Sandie Morgan is a true leader. She is patient, energetic, never quit, and full of hope. I always see her as a woman of vision and mission. I wish her continued success. I am sure she has so much more to give.